You do, if you want to tell our listeners.
I work on a project in Langham called Making the Most of Moorlands, which is a kind of community education project trying to kind of tell people all about moorland wildlife and landscape and how it's managed and the kind of wildlife there, and get people kind of more involved, volunteering and kind of appreciating what they've got there. And we work alongside another project called the Langham Moor Demonstration Project, which is a kind of internationally important project looking at the red grouse raptor debate. So raptors are currently, and have been in the past, persecuted because they eat red grouse, and the Langham Moor Demonstration Project is looking at that problem and trying to find a solution. So part of my job is to kind of spread the word and tell people about what we're doing down there to try and get more people on board.
Okay, right. So basically, I'm guessing from my own sort of way to take on things, you're saying is, rather than sort of looking at them and going, oh, look at that, isn't that very lovely? What you're saying is the underlying way that it's all managed and the animals that live there and sort of cohabit and all that, your job's to sort of help keep it that way and sort of evolve it and make sure it doesn't disappear, I guess. Is that how I take it?
Yeah, absolutely. There's been kind of a lot of negativity towards managed grass moors because of this persecution of birds of prey that's going on. And we're working with people to try and find a solution to that, so that gamekeepers aren't kind of breaking the law, offering them alternatives like diversionary feeding, which is giving birds of prey, especially hen harriers, a kind of an alternative food source so they don't eat the grouse. And also just trying to kind of educate people that moorlands aren't, a kind of a wilderness area really. They are managed by man and by people, and if they weren't managed, by kind of burning and cutting the heather, they wouldn't look, the kind of glorious kind of Scottish landscapes that we're used to. The alternatives are things like planting up with forestry or covering them in wind turbines. So, just kind of trying to get people to understand the alternative there, and if they want to see, these kind of beautiful purple hills in the summer, then part of that is managing foreground and the other wildlife that get to benefit from that.
Indeed, I say it's not something, to be honest, I'm totally aware of. I just think, oh, that's nice, and then that's it, and then it's on fire the next month, you know what I mean? So I take it with that, obviously we've got a lot of that area around here. Have you done much up here?
Not a huge amount, no. I'm really looking forward to kind of coming up and exploring a little bit. Obviously from the accent you can tell I'm from south of the border, and but yeah, Langham, we just have a kind of small, or fairly small, kind of isolated moor here. I know, kind of further north there's quite kind of extensive grass moors, and we're hoping that, what we're doing here with the diversionary feeding can be, kind of spread out across those moors and start kind of feeding the harriers and appreciating them rather than, perhaps some of the alternatives. I've actually got a male hen harrier sky dancing just outside my car as we speak at the moment. It's absolutely stunning.
It's a good day for it up here. What's it like with you at the moment?
It's a little bit cloudy here, but it's not raining, so can't complain.
Got to make the most of it, indeed. Now, up here, obviously, we do have quite varied wildlife. Is there anything maybe people could look out for? Maybe signs of a healthy moor as such, as a general guide?
Yeah, absolutely. Looking out for the kind of wading birds, things like curlew and lapwing. They're all ground nesting birds as well, so they really benefit from a kind of managed grouse moor. Obviously, the predators there, things like foxes, are controlled to benefit the grouse, but it also helps and the curlew, skylark and meadowpipits are all starting to sing at the moment, along with the beautiful raptors here. We've got the hen harrier, merlin, short-eared owl, all kind of benefit from that area that is managed for the grass.
Excellent, quite a varied selection. Then the talk itself you're doing, is it open to everyone? Kind of like you get kids involved, or is it sort of mainly adult sort of based, or how do you go about it?
Yeah, it's open to everyone, so I'm going to be speaking a little bit about what I do down here at Langham, so a little bit about the hen harriers and the diversionary feeding and the project that's done here, and the kind of educational work that I do. And also, on a bit of a tangent, I also volunteer on a Rutland Osprey project,
okay,
which several years ago reintroduced or translocated young ospreys down into try and kind of boost the English population that had gone extinct. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the work that and a trip I took to Africa this winter. We followed some of the Rutland ospreys down to Senegal and Gambia, and actually kind of saw them in their wintering grounds there, which was absolutely fantastic.
Excellent.
And saw some of the kind of other moorland birds, things like windchat and wheatear and common sandpiper. They all migrate all the way down to Africa as well. So a little bit about that kind of journey and the education work that the Rutland Osprey Project are doing over there. They're trying to educate people in Africa, how important it is to look after the ospreys and other birds in their part of the world, so they can kind of continue that journey.
Excellent. Right, so basically if you're interested in keeping the way our area looks, I guess, and the wildlife contained within it, I believe we've got it in for 7 through to 9:30 on the 28th of March. That's this Friday, isn't it?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, so 7 till 9:30. We're going to have a bit of an interval and kind of a bit of time for kind of questions and chat and stuff like that. So yeah, admission is by donation. So we're going to try and raise some money for the Lochaber Rural Education Trust. But yep, everyone's welcome. We'd love to see you there, and if you've got any questions, come along and have a chat.
Excellent. And job positions in this kind of field, is it something maybe you'd recommend other folk to have a look at if they're interested in the outdoors? Or
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, something that we try and do is kind of try and show young people the opportunities that there are in the countryside. Everything from kind of gamekeeping and farming through to ecology and conservation and all that kind of thing, and show people that it's a way of life as well.
Excellent. And that's all going to be 20th of March, 7:30 through till 9. Well, sorry, 7 p.m. through till 9:30.
That's right.
We'll get the times right. I can't think of anything else to ask you. Is there anything else that I should be sort of asking you? Do you know of? Is there anything else you want to get across to people up here about the projects that you're dealing with, which would relate to our area?
It's just that it's a great time to get out there onto your kind of local moorland patch or anywhere in the countryside and kind of see spring at its best. We've got so many displaying birds at the moment. It's absolutely fantastic. Get out there and kind of see and hear a bit of nature and appreciate what we've got on our doorstep.
Indeed, well, especially on the tail. It's up here. There's barely a puff of cloud. It's beautiful sunshine Brilliant. For a change. So make the most of it, as I say.
Yeah.
And indeed, we'll catch you at 7 p.m. on the 28th of March up at the Rural Complex. In that case.
Excellent. Yeah.
Right. Thank you very much for joining us.
No worries.
Thank you. That's Dr. Kat Barlow for you.
Thanks.